We're here from Arrow-Ace.
I'm Bastet. I'll be running your operation to investigate the unusual occurrences that have been happening everywhere recently.
Stay out of Antiborough. Stuck in time loop.
I guess it's a ghost plumbing situation.
Bastet has got us out of a lot of problems, but I don't think she can get us out of this one.
It wasn't all the bodies. There were 2 bodies.
Everyone else just got disappeared.
I went missing for a while and I lost my brother. I don't know where he is.
Oh, that's my mother. Oh dear.
It's the same mother that you keep describing as tyrannical and horrible.
Have to practice ritual fight with brother.
Ellie, can I make an insight check of myself but in real life?
To Deck of Many Aces, an actual play podcast made by actual Aromantic. You heard the question in my voice because I don't remember what I said last time.
You said everyone levels up and gets 5 inspiration and 2,000 platinum.
Yeah.
I don't think that you deserve that. I don't think you deserve that.
You did say that, yeah, I distinctly remember.
Oh, well, I think we deserve it, even if you're not going to do it.
It sounds like a good plan.
I think we should hold a coup against Ellie.
We already do that daily.
I'm really enjoying the gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss energy that you're bringing to this episode. We're recording in the morning, and that's... We're recording in the morning and you can tell because it's just like unhinged energy everywhere.
Ellie, we're always unhinged energy. They don't know what time of day we're recording. It's always unhinged.
This is true.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
If we say it's the evening, then we also say how unhinged it is because we're tired. And we do it in the morning, we say how unhinged it is because we just woke up and we're still tired.
This is true. Maybe it's just the Doma Cass needs more sleep.
Yeah, that's true.
I think we should start recording at like solely 2 p.m.
Yeah.
And we can be the most boring people possible.
I'm sleepy at 2 p.m. also.
I mean, if some of you didn't have terrible full-time jobs, boo hiss, evil, then we could do that. But alas.
Why don't you quit those?
Yeah.
Yeah. Commit to the podcast.
Yeah, you're obviously not committed enough to our cause because you won't quit your job and become homeless.
Anyway.
Hey, I have a hypothetical non-existent cat to feed.
A minute and a half in, we are a group of people who identify as somewhere on the aromantic and or asexual spectrum, playing 5th edition D&D with a twist. Every character's past, present, and future is based on a card drawn from the deck of many things, because I've always been a tarot girly, even when I wasn't. My name is Ellie, and I am your DM today, your demisexual monograph. Have I done that one?
Oh, I don't think so.
Maybe, I don't know.
I don't think I have.
Consult the tomes.
I use they, them pronouns. Someone, no, it's not someone, go.
I'm go.
Am.
I'm go.
I'm go.
Hi, my name is Am. I play Taja Atherdale, the party Battlemaster Fighter and Wild Magic Barbarian. To give you an idea of kind of the headspace that Toz and I are in for this episode, I was going for a nice lovely walk in the sunshine yesterday, in the middle of which I threw my hands up and went, oh my god, we're getting arrested. To which special guest on Doma Will turned around and went, what are you talking about? And I was like, oh no, it's in the game, don't worry.
I love referring to your partner as special guest.
He's the podcast boyfriend.
My very special guest.
Yeah.
Hello, my name's Chloe. I play Raina Riftwood, who is the Tabaxi College of Glamour Bard and Swashbuckler Rogue. And do you know, since we last recorded, I think that we had the Baldur's Gate 3 patch 8 came out, and I've been playing a Swashbuckler Rogue and it's
Yay.
great. It's so fun,
good.
and it's more fun than playing Raina as a swashbuckler rogue, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh no!
However, this is also because I did a weird multi-class where I don't know what I'm doing in combat. But that's also a me problem. I have many combat things I can do. It's great. I just don't know what I'm doing. But yes, I use she, her pronouns, and so does Raina. And yeah, I actually can't remember what we did last time, but apparently we're getting arrested. But I've written notes, so I will remind myself.
We fought some people behind the bins, and then they called for backup.
We did fight some people by the winds. Do you know, I've just opened my notes, and I've written instructions for my next turn. And I'm like, brilliant!
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, I remember
Wow.
you saying you were going to do
See,
that.
I didn't need to do that because I'm playing Delphi, the Growfoot Warlock. Delphi uses she, her pronouns, and I use she, their pronouns. I'm Eiriol as well. I just ruined. This is the problem with such a smooth transition is that it's ruined me.
You're doing everything out of order.
But also, Delphi's unconscious, so my plan is to roll a death save and nothing more.
You don't know what my plan is. I can't remember if I'm before you in the initiative, though.
I don't think I'm unconscious, but I am blinded and grappled.
You is.
Oh yeah, me too. Oh, that might scupper my plan.
Scupper!
Crikey. Scupper is something Raina would say.
I'm not grappled, I'm blinded.
Oh, okay.
It is something Raina would say.
We have one more person to introduce.
Hi, I'm Katie. Webster just gave me the hilarious look over the video call, like an evil vizier. I'm Katie. I play Morgan, the wizard, and I'm excited to get arrested, possibly.
Fun.
We've had no indication that these are law enforcement officers.
No, we're just guessing that they're secret police.
I'm really enjoying the condition blinded because it's like while you have the blinded condition, you experience the following effects. Number 1, can't see. Really? Really? Wow!
I would never have guessed.
Wizard of the Coast.
It does give like the Sainsbury's pack of carrots, ingredients, carrots 100% kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a milk bottle may contain milk kind of vibe.
Yeah. So what happened last time?
We had 2 orcs turn up and they took Felicity, who was standing guard, so she was clearly not doing a very good job of standing guard, and took her behind the bins. So we went behind the bins and they were like, what did they say? What they were going to kill Felicity if we didn't go with them?
They said, yeah, surrender, leave us alone, or we'll kill her, or we'll hurt her. And
Yeah.
we were like, bet.
Yeah.
We were like, bet. And so they were like, all right, attack Felicity. And I was like, joke's on you, I'm a bard. Brought her back up and then we fought them. And that's pretty much it. And then, they've got backup.
They called for backup.
There's backup on the way, yeah.
I think the backup has arrived, which
Yeah.
is why we have been
The backup is here.
accosted with blindness and or grappling.
Yes, they're like
Yeah.
coming down the road now. Also, the house is on chicken legs and it's wandering off, but it's very slow.
Yeah.
Everyone else is
Yeah.
inside the house. Being a bit useless, to be honest.
Outside is just party plus Felicity, I think.
Yes.
Yeah. Plus hostile NPCs. Okay, yeah, let's jump right into it. So I remember we ended the last episode with 2 smoke bombs being thrown and you guys being grappled. But I forgot there's one more person's turn in that little cabal of people. So you guys don't know what's happening, so none of you can see, so I'm just gonna roll and find out. Okay.
Everything is fine.
All of you here, if we're looking at a map north, south, east, west, from about like 10 o'clock, there's a thunk sound of like an object colliding with another object.
Has something hit the house?
Sounds fine.
Something maybe has hit the house.
Fair.
So,
Right.
it's now the house's turn. The house is gonna continue to move slowly. Raina, it's your turn.
Nice. I'm currently blinded. I've written down that I'm blinded until the crossbow person's next turn, but I don't know. I have a feeling that wasn't correct. That I wrote it down and then you corrected me.
Just check.
Was-
Yeah, the blinded condition until the end of the crossbow.
Cool.
person.
Oh, I was
Well,
right.
it's not
Okay
the
then.
it's not the crossbow person who did it, but until
Until the end of their
that
turn. Nice.
that group's next turn.
Nice. So I'm going to cast Mass Cure Wounds, which does not require me to say anything. But I thought it would, but it doesn't.
Nice one.
It does, however, require me to choose a point where we are all within 30 foot of each other I think we are.
You've just got to guess, yeah.
Yeah, I've got to guess. This whole combat is probably within 30 feet, right? We haven't been running around.
Yeah, what is your passive perception, I guess?
21.
Yeah, I'm going to say you can just do that.
Yay. Okay, up to 6 creatures, so all of us plus Felicity. There's nobody else that's... Oh, can I... does the house count as a creature? Can I include the house in that?
Good question. Have I been doing damage on the house?
You have been doing damage.
Yeah, but it's whether it counts as a creature or not.
And whether Cure Wounds works on it.
I think it should. It's got legs. It has a mouth, aka a door. It can move of its own accord.
It's up to Ellie.
Okay.
So tenuous, bestie.
It can take damage. I think it counts as a creature.
This is some Greek philosopher style stuff.
Yeah.
Like, you are not...
Behold a creature.
Yeah,
Clearly.
behold the creature holds up a house.
It's got legs, Eiriol.
Okay, creatures don't have to have legs.
Yeah, well, this does.
I don't think it's a creature.
I think
Okay.
it is, though, so who's the real winner?
It does actually also say the spell has no effect on undead or construct, so even if it was a creature, it'd probably be a construct. Didn't read that bit. Everybody gets 20 hit points.
Nice,
including
thank you.
Felicity.
Whoa!
Oh, heck yeah.
Whoa!
Felicity is back up to full health.
The number of hit points I have is just multiplied by 21.
That's my action. Oh, do you know what I can do that will also be helpful? I will use a bardic inspiration to do my mantle of inspiration, where I weave a song of fey magic that imbues my allies with vigor and speed. So I guess I'll get the flute out and start playing a haunting song. Everybody gets
A haunting jig.
up to 5 creatures. So again, everybody... Oh no, hang on. No, can't do that. I need to see them for that one. Never mind. But just giving bardic inspiration is only that the person has to hear me. So I will still play the haunting melody on the flute and give some bardic inspiration to, I think Toz is next, right? After me. I'll give Toz a 1d10.
Thanks,
Oh, it's
Lila.
actually Morgan.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Toz. Morgan.
Well, Toz is grappled, so she might...
That's true, actually.
Yeah.
Toz. Morgan's more likely to do saving throws and stuff, like AoE. Yeah, Toz, have a bardic
Cool.
inspiration.
Thank you.
Gorgeous.
That's my turn. I'm not going to move because I can't see anything.
Grand. Okay. I feel like if we take a moment to look at the battlefield from Felicity's perspective, would that be, or do you want it, or should we keep it in mystery for a little
Let's
longer?
leave it a mystery.
No, give us Felicity's POV, please.
It's up to you.
Splice this in here.
No, tell us.
Yeah.
Give Chloe more work.
We can simply deafen ourselves. Ellie can do the thing and then we can come back.
Oh, let's do that.
No, too complicated.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna do that! In the street below her, Felicity can see a couple of orcs in all black, hiding just out of reach of the party. Tozia is grappled by a guardsman who looks to be just like a normal member of the police force, as is Delphi, who is lying on the floor unconscious. The whole street is covered in a thick fog of smoke. Lights are on in the houses, but people are staying away from the action. And the house is slowly moving down the street, but it now has a grappling hook wedged in the side of it as one of the original orcs who the party were fighting is starting to climb up a rope towards the house. As Raina plays her flute, blinded, a purple-pink shimmer starts to radiate through the entire cloud, imbuing it with an ethereal, sunset-coloured shimmer. It is Morgan's turn. What are you doing? You are blinded.
I'm blinded, am I?
Bland.
Yes.
Well, damn, that gets rid of one of my options.
weren't you all blinded?
It depends. I can't remember if Delphi is, but also is unconscious. Was unconscious, not anymore.
It's just because of the smoke bomb, right?
Yeah.
I flap my powerful wings and start to clear the air.
No. Did you succeed the saving throw last time?
No, we're all blinded.
No, because there were two. I remember
Yeah.
there were two. So, yeah. That was why it was so lethal.
I can't do what I wanted to do, which is to teleport us all well away from here. That would have been fun.
It's a good idea to be
So
fair.
we are all together in the middle and there's a bunch of people around us, right?
The last thing that you saw was the single spy that you were dealing with was up in the sort of northwesty kind of from you. You know that more people have arrived, but you don't, as you are, like, you're not surrounded by anybody immediately, Morgan.
I'm just wondering whether a wall of fire would immediately kill anybody I like.
I don't think you can tell, which is the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe the reason not to use a wall of fire.
Yeah.
I will cast Animate Object. And then I can just keep using them to do stuff. So I'm going to pull my dice bag out and get my 10 little animated dice. Is it 10?
Yeah.
I'm going to have a little guys. And then I'm going to shoot them all through the fog in a direction blindly in the way towards where I remember them last being a person.
Okay. When you say shoot them, do you mean, like, throw them? Like, or with your crossbow?
So they can fly.
They can fly.
So there's 10 tiny objects. They are flying, and they are creatures under my control. So I'm now using my bonus action to command them. They have a flying speed of 30 feet and can hover. And so I'm just going to kind of try and shoot them to hit like a big shotgun blast in the direction where the last time I saw a bad guy was.
Okay, roll me a d8.
This number that hits.
No, this is directionals.
You throw them at the wall.
5.
Okay. Do they have, like, an attack?
Yes, they do.
Fantastic.
Just to ask, because they are new creatures, presumably they're not blinded by the thing that blinded them.
They can't see. Well, actually, it has blind sight. It has blind sight for 30 feet.
There you go.
So they can just go towards something.
They can just go towards... Okay. So they have blind sight, so they can sense creatures, right?
Yeah.
In that case, I'm not going to make you randomly guess. They can sense a creature in midair-ish.
Oh.
They can sense a creature to your far left and the creature to your far right, and then 2 creatures to the south of you.
I don't think any of my party can fly, so I'm going to go for the one in the air.
Okay.
Because that's, unless it's me, which I don't think it's me.
It's not you. It's not you.
Okay, they each have +8 to hit.
Nice.
10 of them.
Do you want to roll 10 to 20 then?
Yeah.
10 + 8, 18 to hit.
Nope.
9 + 8,
Nope.
8 + 8, 12 + 8, 20 to hit. I think that's a 4.
Yes.
That's 1 hit. 18 + 8.
Yes.
Can you count the number that hits?
Yes, yeah.
15 + 8, 23.
Yeah.
18 + 8 hits.
Yeah.
3 + 8 does not. 4 + 8 does not. 18 + 8, I think that was 10. That's how many hits I got.
5 hits. Nice.
5 hits.
Cool. They each do 1d4 + 4 damage, so that is...
What?
Casey's
What?
done this before. I don't know why you're surprised.
Did you not listen to the podcast? That is 20 damage plus 20 is 40 damage to this target,
Woo!
please.
Yes, that's my wizard!
Oh my god. As you curl your dice out, in not quite a random direction, but blindly, as you throw them out, you don't really hear them make contact, because they're dice, and I don't imagine that would make a very loud sound. However, a few seconds later, you do hear a resounding thunk on the floor.
Cool.
Has Morgan done another murder?
Yeah, is Ellie now gonna go, Toz, you're at 0 hit points?
Morgan's only done one. No, wait. This is the first one, right?
Well, no, as in, like, collectively, it's the second murder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't know it's a murder.
No, we know.
It could be unconscious.
Toz and Delphi have killed people. I don't know about Raina.
Delphi's only killed the one person.
Yeah, Toz has killed
They
people.
have.
I don't think Toz has killed anyone, like, in the podcast canon, though, right?
Okay.
Is
Yeah,
that
I
right?
think she's a sister. Delphi got the hit on Lyra, right?
Yeah, Delphi
Yeah.
has killed Lyra, and
Yeah.
that's it.
So, like, Toz has probably killed people off screen.
No, she hasn't, because canonically Toz had never killed anything before the podcast started.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you said?
Toz is still murder-free.
Yeah.
And living life.
Toz is just very pro-murder, but she hasn't actually done it.
I have complicated feelings about the dragon, because I definitely got the final hit on the dragon. And I think dragons are people, as a player. I don't know if Toz feels that way.
Yeah, I get you. Okay. As this thunk resounds on the floor, you hear from above you a loud flapping of wings.
Oh no.
Ooh.
And
Ellie's like, speaking of dragons.
you hear in all of your heads, everyone, cover your ears.
Right.
Was that Hugo Moonerin?
That was Hugo.
I cover my ears.
I cover my ears.
Am I able to cover my ears while I'm restrained?
We'll get to that when you have your turn.
Ooh.
It's Delphi's turn.
Great.
You are currently grappled, I should say, because
What,
you are
me?
Yeah.
I'm not unconscious, I've got health.
Well, you were unconscious, and you were being grappled while you were unconscious. Yeah.
What? No, I wasn't.
Yeah, and then Raina healed her.
Yeah, I know. But
I wasn't being grappled, though.
But she'd still be grappled.
I didn't tell you because you were unconscious.
Okay, so there is... Okay, but, the person...
So you're currently on the floor. I'm going to say the person who is grappling you is not trying very hard because they don't know that you are awake.
Okay. Is the person that Delphi was originally fighting... There was a guy that was bloodied, right? Not the crossbow
Yeah.
the other guy? Is that the guy
Yeah.
that's grappling me?
No.
Okay.
New
Cool.
person.
I teleport to that guy.
So the other guy was banished.
Oh, is he gone?
Oh yeah, he's
Yeah.
banished.
He's banished. You banished him, bestie.
I don't think you can teleport that far.
Am I after Delphi in the order?
Yes.
Okay, that's annoying then. Oh, God. Cool, Thunderstep.
Okay, what does that do?
Oh, I love this one.
It's Misty Step, but does damage.
You teleport yourself to an occupied space that you can see within range. It depends on whether I can see, like, the floor directly in front of me. And you will rule that as...
I was gonna say, that is the question, is if you were unconscious, are you blinded by the...
The light, yeah.
Well, if Delphi didn't have to do the save, then...
Delphi had to do the save to get
and
hit,
failed it?
and
Oh.
I assumedly didn't make at least one of those saves.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But also, can I teleport directly in front of me?
1 foot forward.
What, like...
Like, literally, I just want to be in the same space but not grappled, right?
I get you. I get what you're saying. Do conditions reset after you lose consciousness?
Oh, God, who knows?
I think that's a source of much debate. I say it's up to Ellie.
I'm gonna rule that conditions persist after you are unconscious,
Cool.
because there's
That's
nothing
fine.
that says otherwise.
Can I still teleport directly in front of me?
I'm gonna say no, because it's blinded so you can't see.
Does Thunderstep specifically say you have to be able to see where you're going?
It does say you have to be able to see.
Okay, yeah.
But also, it's the thing of the point is so that you have to be able to see the point you're teleporting to rather than
Yes.
so you can't teleport through rules.
For context, part of the reason that I am ruling this is that it's not just like, oh, the fog is so thick. It's like also a bit like tear gas-y.
Oh, yeah,
where
yeah.
like it's difficult to see because it's inflicted damage on you.
Oh no, I understand that much. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. That's not the more I was thinking of is like I can feel the ground in front of me, which like is what blind sight is.
Yeah.
So can I blind
No.
sight myself to the point that like that's the thing?
No, take a blind sight feat. God damn it.
Cool. I guess I can just try and break out of the grapple. It's a strength check.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do I have to... Hello. How do we do grapple?
You have to roll athletics contested by Delphi's, and I think Delphi can choose
Wait.
acrobatics.
Wait, no, it's fine. Ignore all of that.
Hey everyone! everyone, it's just me interrupting your podcast listening to tell you all about our Patreon, where you can get access to all of our bonus content, both past and future. You can get access to side quest episodes, our 30-minute talkback episodes, table talk, or you can chill out with our cast cozy corner. You could even get a seat at our monthly one-shot table. Plus, all of our patrons are shouted out at the end of every episode. There's even stuff for free on there. So go to patreon.com/Deck of Many Aces and get exploring.
Today's promo is for Side Character Quest, a fantasy podcast told as an anthology of tabletop adventures, each following a different character. Quests can be listened to individually, but combined they tell the story of a peaceful, magical world with something dangerous bubbling just below the surface. Check out sidecharacterquest.com to find out more. Roll the trailer!
Twain Manor, a palatial estate located on a small island in the Saginaw River. Rain beats down on the grass and the grapes and the glass of the windows looking into the manor. Thunder strikes. Inside the manor, you're in a room under the grand staircase in the foyer of the manor. With you is Lulabelle Twain, a mangled portrait of the beloved Saint Simone, racks of coats, umbrellas, and hats, and, of course, a corpse.
Apologies for the painting. I thought there would be more to that when I ripped it open. Oh yes, the dead body.
Fair's mystery begins with episode 101 of the podcast Side Character Quest. Find his adventure and more at sidecharacterquest.com or wherever you listen to podcasts.
I use my ghost step tattoo as a bonus action, which means that I can just get out of grapple because you cannot be grappled.
What?
The thing is, when you use a charge for the duration, you gain the following benefits. Resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, slashing damage. You can't be grappled or restrained. You can move through creatures, solid objects, as if they were difficult terrain. I can move through a surf. I am a ghost.
Incorporeal.
Cool.
Fantastic.
And then I'm gonna hit them with my weapon 3 times.
So you just like...
I'm gonna say I get advantage on this.
Yeah. This guy is like starting to manacle you up.
And then I just...
Kind of absent-mindedly, because you're like definitely unconscious, and then you just like phase out of existence up through him. And he's like, what?
Stand up and then start stabbing him repeatedly, like, no.
Go ahead.
So that's a 30, which I'm assuming hits.
Yeah, that hits.
That's another 30.
Nice.
That's a 26.
Yeah, that hits.
I'm assuming all of those hit.
They all hit, yeah. Yeah.
Third murder?
Thirder.
We've already had one murder, yes.
30 damage. Wait, did I have advantage for those?
I don't think you need it.
I mean, I want to see if I crit.
No, I'm gonna say no.
Oh, what?
I like the idea, but I think I'm gonna say no to that. So you just start stabbing this guy, but you can't see actually, so you wouldn't. So let's say you did get advantage, and it will balance out.
Yeah, it would balance out, and I would get normal because, yeah.
Yeah. You just start stabbing in front of you, and you hear the crystal make impact, and just sort of like, ugh!
Nice.
Do you like my stabbing?
Wilhelm
face?
scream.
Yeah.
Yes. Gorgeous. Are you covering your ears at the end of your turn?
Yes.
Cool. It's Felicity's go.
Snipe.
Yeah.
She probably wasn't affected by the cloud, right? Was it that high up?
She was not affected by the
Yeah. Unfortunately, if anyone's in the cloud, she probably can't see them.
cloud. She can kind of see. So what could she do that is fun?
Could she dispel it so we could see where we're aiming?
It is not a magical effect, unfortunately.
I think it's a smoke bomb.
I mean, dispel it with the air, control wind gusts on them.
Gust of wind?
Actually, I mentioned something earlier when things were deafened, and I was like, maybe I'll use this later. And I've decided I'm going to, so that's going to be fun for Chloe to listen to when she's listening later. Felicity is going to cast Dispel Magic. Felicity is going to concentrate a bolt of energy just towards the fog cloud that's kind of surrounding all of you. And what you guys see is you start to be able to see a bit more clearly. Your eyes are still like really full of tears, so it's still quite difficult to see. You're still squinting. So I'll say maybe you still have disadvantage on attack rolls, but you can see now. That's going to be my kind of middle ground.
Yay!
And as you see the fog clearing, you see that it's taken on this kind of like shimmery, glittery pink quality. And
Cute.
It's slowly dispelling.
Does it smell like bubblegum?
Baby girl tear gas. Yay.
It really is like, it does kind of look like baby girl tear gas. It's like a bath bomb kind of vibe of shimmeriness.
Sabrina Carpenter comes out of the fog.
And it's now starting to dispel, and you guys can now see a little bit more clearly. What can you see? So you can see that Tozia is being grappled by what looks like a kind of like plainclothes police officer wearing a gas mask. Delphi, you're like mid-stab of another regular kind of police officer looking guy.
There are no political statements being made here.
So they're wearing normal clothes but really shiny shoes.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can also see on the ground, not too far away from you, is the prone body of one of the orcs that you were fighting earlier. You can see that he had shot a grappling hook from his crossbow onto the house and was beginning to climb up it, and then fell from a great height after. And you can just see some dice like impaled in his skull.
Oh gosh.
Yep.
Is he like dead?
Yep.
Question, does this count as the end of that person's turn? Because that means we're not blinded anymore.
It would be in where they were in initiative order.
They weren't the ones to do the smoke bomb.
Yeah,
they
but
just
you
share an initiative
Right,
with
yeah.
the people.
Are we at that point, or is this still this is Felicity's
No,
turn? Just
still Felicity's
revealing.
turn.
Right, okay.
Just revealing things. I'm just being nice.
Yes.
Because of magic-y stuff. It's Toz's turn.
Great. So, I'm not blinded anymore.
Yes.
Because the fog is pink and glittery.
But you still have disadvantage.
I still have disadvantage, and I'm still grappled.
Yes, correct.
And you still have the thing I gave you.
I do.
And you have a bardic inspiration.
I do. Am I trying to resist this grapple at the start or the end of
It takes an action.
my turn?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Chloe, for knowing the rules.
In that case, I'm gonna object interaction crush the bead that Morgan gave me in my hand.
Excellent.
Is that how that works?
I can't remember.
Do you just...
You break it, right? You break it. It's like the necklace beads for Fireball.
Yeah, but I thought it was like you still have to use the action to cast the spell.
Oh.
Oh yeah, I'm afraid you do have to use your action to release the bead, to release the spell.
Yeah.
Okay.
We can narrative it and you crush it and that's it.
It'd be cool if it was that, though.
However, I would say you can do something. You can do something if you,
Do it!
Yeah. Okay, in that case, I'll use my action to crush the
Okay.
bead.
What does it do?
Oh, actually, the casting time for the spell is one bonus action, so maybe you could do it in a bonus action.
What does the wording of this thing say, Katie?
Ashar Dallon's Stride.
Yeah!
Casting time, one bonus action.
Yay!
Duration concentration up to 1 minute. The billowing flames of a dragon blast from your feet, granting you explosive speed. For the duration, your speed increases by 20 feet, and moving doesn't provoke opportunity attacks. When you move within 5 feet of a creature or an object that isn't being worn or carried, it takes 1d6 fire damage from your trail of heat. A creature or an object can only take this damage once during a turn.
Amazing. Okay. Katie, in the spell bead thing, crushing it takes an action. How does that then interact? Like, how does...
I think it just takes your action and then it has been cast on Tozio as if she cast it.
Right, okay. So Toz still has a bonus action.
And she has movement, with which she can inflict fire damage on people.
But she's grappled, so her movement's 0.
Yeah.
But she is grappled, yeah.
But surely the person grappling her would still take the fire damage.
Oh, yeah.
That was my next question.
Yeah.
I think I would rule that, yeah.
That is d6 fire damage, yes.
Woohoo!
Your speed is increased by 20 feet.
Once you can move.
Cool.
You can do stuff without opportunity attacks as well. So yeah, that is Ashar Dalon Stride. It is a 3rd level transmutation spell.
Now we get into weird logic of D&D where things don't have a clear enough hierarchy of what supersedes stuff, because if you read it, if she's got a speed of 0, it's increased by 20 feet. Her speed is now 20 feet. Obviously, that does logically make no sense.
Yeah.
But it like...
I don't know if it makes no sense. I think if you have fire coming out of your feet, you can move with someone grappling you, right? That's how rockets work. Just because you hold a rocket doesn't mean it's not going to move you as well.
Yeah, but like I don't think there's anything like in rules as written that says which one of the grapple or the spell supersedes, so it's just...
I think we'll have to just rule it. How much damage are we talking now?
It is, I'm just looking at the thing now, it's a d6.
Not loads, but you can get quite a lot of people in one turn, in my opinion. I originally thought that Raina might like this spell, but this is how it's turned out.
Oh, you can move. When you move, you can drag or carry the grapple. Oh, it's when you're moving with a grapple creature, which is...
Yeah, it would be that the person grappling Toz can move Toz.
I think she should be able to use her mighty elephant strength to move the person who's grappling her, but
She can! It's an action!
Yeah, we have rules in this game for a reason.
Yeah, that's 5 points of damage
Nice.
to the guy who's holding me.
Bonus action, you think of anything? I will remind you that you have been asked by Hugo to cover your ears.
Oh, I am going to turn my head and, like, if I can do it with, still being grappled, so not physically moving my body, but basically I want to, like, press one side of my head into the body of the guy who's grappling me to kind of muffle that, and I'll stick my trunk in there.
Sick.
That's a horrifying visual.
I think that's really valid.
Kind of my best option at this point.
Yeah, I think that's your best option. Also, Toz, this guy is way smaller than you. You can definitely take him.
The person is like spitting elephant ear out of his face, like
He's like
flapping around, going.
Yeah, exactly.
We're not going to kill you. We'll kill you really quickly.
Mercy kill.
Wow. Okay, it's now some more NPCs' turns, and I'm just going to figure out what they're going to do. After all of this kind of happens, and the fog begins to dissipate, there's a sort of like, not a pause, but a moment of tension, and then you can hear a piercing, haunting wail coming from the direction of the house.
Whoa, there's a whale in this street now.
Oh my god, Eiriol!
It's haunting and it does piercing damage. My god.
I hate
That
you.
must be a really sharp whale.
I did once summon a spectral whale in a game that I played with Am. It was Summon Celestial, I think?
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Oh, yes. My favourite is the one where it's the one where it like creates a maelstrom of damage around you, and it's like this area is like full of things and the stuff that people come up with. But now I'm just thinking of like it's just a whale, and like you're putting the people inside the stomach, and you're like,
Jonah.
have fun.
How many adversaries have you got left currently? 4. 3 of the 4 of them have succeeded.
Aww.
But they still take damage.
Can I check? Because I have not had a turn to cover my ears. Have I been able to cover my ears?
You can cover your ears,
cool.
yeah. I think for the people who were grappled, I was like a bit more,
That's fair.
Is this going to take a bonus action? But for those of you who just have access to your limbs, it's a free action.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is 25 to one individual.
Ow.
Half to everyone else. As this ringing scream echoes out, the people close to you all sort of clutch their ears. So, Toz, you're released from the grapple as this guy is like, ah!
Yay!
And clutches his head in pain. So, one of the adversaries who you currently can't see is deafened. The rest of them, it's just owie ouchie. It is back to the top of initiative. You can see now that 2 more of these orcs kind of come out of the like side alleys wearing very similar clothes to the adversaries that you were fighting earlier. One of them is like bleeding from his ears.
Ha.
The other one looks a bit shaken, but mostly okay. It is these guys' turn. However, you now have raised telepathic bond with Hugo, and that lasts for an hour. So if you would like a quick moment to communicate with them a plan collectively, and you're all psychically linked, so
Nice.
four of you, Felicity,
Testing, 1, 2, 3.
Hugo, Alfie, and Seamus are all linked.
Wonderful.
I was just thinking you have like the mic tap sound, and it's like, how are you doing that in your brain?
Yeah.
It's your brain, you can just imagine it.
Yeah.
Toz is gonna be like, hey, is it beneficial to you if we kill these people, or will it make things worse?
I don't know if...
I think one's already dead.
Maybe 2.
Oh yeah, and also you guys can see now that Hugo is flying out of the house up in the air near you guys.
Cool.
The other 2 are still inside the house, although they're full.
Majestic.
He does look majestic.
I would like to ask, do I know anything about the secret broad police?
Roll me a history check.
That is an 18 plus something. 18 plus 5.
You know that this hasn't always been the case, but that there is like a network of spies across the entire like northern part of this region. You've never like actually seen any secret police or anything like that. You kind of thought it was just rumors.
So I have no reason to believe that these are actually legit law enforcement who have a legit right to be doing this, and they have not identified themselves as law enforcement.
Nope.
They have attacked us first.
Yeah.
I think we're in the clear legally. I
Yeah.
think we're good.
And if not, I don't care.
We haven't been read any rights, and they haven't got a warrant for our arrest, or they haven't shown us that they do, so...
Hugo will respond to you and say, I've already revealed myself, which is not good, but my main concern is trying to keep Alfie and particularly Seamus still inside the house so we don't reveal their identity. We need to draw fire away from the house. I don't think that killing anybody is going to do any good, but frankly, self-defense is perfectly fine.
Understood. Dead people don't talk.
Okay.
I don't think that's quite what he meant.
This is all got a bit too real for
Delphi's
me.
like, I get you, Todd. That sounds great.
No, please, no.
No, that makes a bigger mess.
I mean, that's not what the resistant movement generally stands for. I know that that's maybe a complicated... we don't have time to have this conversation. I'm going to focus on getting my party away. I would advise you do the same.
Just try not to kill people. That's it.
Yes, copy that. You figure out what you guys are doing, but if it's alright with you, I'm going to try and get away as fast as I can.
Sounds good.
Let's split up and meet, as previously discussed, tomorrow.
Yes.
Great.
Okay, I'm gonna resume these guys' turns.
Come at us.
One of them is going to crossbow. I think he's going to try and crossbow the house. Why not? He shoots a second grappling hook into the house and begins to climb up that. I'm going to say that takes all of his turn rather than him doing a standard multi-attack. And the other one, who out of the 3 of you has been the biggest threat in the last 6 seconds of combat?
I mean, we haven't really done much hitting. Delphi and Morgan did some hitting.
Yeah.
I think they're going to focus on the house again, so that's not going to hit. That's not going to hit. That is going to hit.
Wait, they're firing 3 crossbow bolts in a single turn.
Yeah.
That you can't do that.
They can if it's in the stat block.
The spy makes 3 attacks using rapier or hand crossbow in any combination.
You can if you have whatever feat, and you can imagine that they have whatever feat combination.
Yeah.
Stat blocks are a thing, guys.
Yeah. I'm not just making this up.
Yeah, but crossbows are reload weapons.
It's a player's handbook, no, maybe not a player's handbook, but it's a monster manual
That's fine.
thing.
I see your point now, right? Yes, crossbow, yeah. It's weird for a crossbow, but yeah, if it says it, it says it.
It's weird for a crossbow to be able to be fired because you need to reload it every single turn in its thing. But if it's a player's handbook thing,
Take it up, wizards.
Take it up with the wizards of the coast.
Yeah, I will. I'm gonna find some wizards.
It's possible for PCs to have feats that let you do this, therefore you can imagine that a spy or whatever can have some combination of training that lets them do this.
Yeah. Delphi, does a 15 hit you?
Does it hit on match? I believe so, yeah.
Yes.
Meets it, beats it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then it hits.
Okay. And that's not going to hit because that's 3. So the police-ish person, plainclothes officer that you've been stabbing, turns around and takes a big swipe at you with his longsword. 18 slashing damage, which, do you have resistance to that now?
Yeah, because I've got... It's not magical, right?
It's not magical.
Great, lovely.
Nice.
It's just a guy. It's just a guy, and then the other one is going to attack you, Toz.
Oh, okay.
The one that was, like, just grappling you.
Yeah.
That is an 11, which is not going to hit, and a 21.
That does hit, and then that also doesn't look my cloak of displacement that I need to look up, but not super important right now.
I love when you get to this level and you get to the tank and then you go, oh yeah, 21, and then you're like, that might not hit our tank.
Yeah, genuinely. And that's 16 points of slashing damage for you, Toz.
It's fine.
Is it my turn next?
Yeah.
It highly depends on how many people there are. Are there 5 people?
There's 4.
There's 4. Okay. Are they within 30 feet of me? All of them?
Yes.
Because I was kind of in the middle. Cool! In that case, I'm going to cast Steel Wind Strike, my magical secret spell. And because I am a rogue, and sneak attack just says on an attack, and this is a melee spell attack, anybody that is within 5 feet of one of my allies will get sneak attack damage as well if I hit. So,
Good. Good.
That's insane.
I flourish the weapon used in the casting, my sword, and I vanish to strike like the wind. I'm going to teleport to all of the people, our enemies, and make a melee spell attack against each of them. Oh, the first one is a 13.
That does not hit.
Oh god, that's another 13. 21.
That hits.
There we go.
And a 20, not that.
That hits.
Okay. Can I say that the 2 that hit were on the ones that are next to Delphi and Toz?
Yes!
Yay! For fun. So, what is my sneak attack now? Extra 2d6. So, the ones that hit, I think the ones that didn't hit just don't, nothing happens. But the ones that hit are going to take 6d10 plus 2d6 force damage. So let me just get that.
So you know how Raina was like, we shouldn't murder anyone, and then proceeds to viscerally destroy.
It's a melee attack. I can do non-lethal damage. It's fine.
I don't.
We ruled this with Big B's hand.
We did rule it, but my god. I don't know how you do this much damage non-lethally.
That's 51 points of damage to each of them. 6 of it is piercing damage, and the rest is force damage. I would like it to be non-lethal, and I then teleport to an unoccupied space you can see within 5 feet of one of the targets, so I'll be next to the one that did the grappling hook, who is about to start climbing, so I can just go, hello, and give him a little wave. It's a 5th level spell. Sorry, can't do another Mass Cure Wounds because I thought that was too cool.
Yeah, no, that's totally worth it.
That was very Raina spell.
What does this look like?
So I take my sword out, and I think that Raina will like pass her hand over the sword so that it starts to like shimmer with a otherworldly blue, like Sting in Lord of the Rings, like that blue light.
Nice.
We are in the presence of orcs. So.
We are in the presence of orcs. It makes sense. Thank you. I think having seen Delphi do 1,000,001 different teleport spells, I think Raina has learned a thing or two. You know, when you see, like, sometimes they do it in, like, anime and stuff where, like, someone's teleporting around and you see the, like, white outline of their person, like, that. It's just, like, their stab, there's the white outline.
You're, like, flash stepping.
Yeah, and then they, like, teleport to the next person, stab. Doesn't hit 2 of them, but hits the other 2, and then will deposit herself right next to the one with the grappling hook and just give them a little wave and a cheeky wink.
Okay, so if you wouldn't mind me flavouring this a little bit. So, as you teleport in and out of, in between the different places of the battlefield, you swing and you miss for the 2 orcs, and for the two guards. You make contact, and it's as if you sort of started swinging on one and then delivered the final blow to the second. The one next to Delphi crumples into a heap at your feet, and then as your sort of final move, you and this orc is climbing up this rope to begin the ascent towards the house. You just appear crouched cat-like on the wire right in front of him. Anything you want to say?
Yes. I sort of appear in like a Spider-Man pose.
Yes. Exactly what I was envisioning. Yes.
And then I give the cheeky wink and a little wave and I go, now where do you think you're going? Deck of Many Aces is Am Chisholm, Eiriol Evans, Ellie Webster, Katie McLeod, and me, Chloe Elliott. Massive thanks to our patrons Nate Scott Jones, Ouroboros, EK Green, Space Ben, Callum D, Ibad, KP, Steph Burke-Stelia, and Sarah. You can find us on social media at Deck of Many Aces or on our website, deckofmanyaces.com. Don't forget to join our Discord. It's completely free to access for everybody. And if you feel so inclined, you can support us on Patreon for as little as £3 a month, where you can get access to our bonus content. If you enjoyed the music to this podcast, you can find it on streaming platforms under Chloe Elliott. Plus, don't forget to check out me and Am on RWD. We have just finished campaign 2 and we'll be starting a new campaign very, very shortly, so do go check that out. And as always, to keep up with what Ellie's up to, go to the link in the episode description to subscribe to their newsletter. That's it from me. Have an ace week. Bye!